We are live. I am so excited to start doing more of these lives. I always say I'm going to. I'm gonna have to make a commitment to actually do more of these. Today, we're talking about something that I think is really interesting, and I know everyone's gonna think it's interesting that's a part of any business right now. And that's why you wouldn't want to hire them anyway. And I'm gonna get into what that means, but I'm gonna say my little spiel of my channel and what it is. And I'm Jacob Godar, and I started Scooters Lawn Care in 2014. That year we did 16,000 in sales. It was a start, and it was interesting, and that was part-time while I had a full-time job. So from that point in 2019, we did 7 figures in sales. We were an award-winning landscape company, and now in 2021, we have also started up a location in Southwest Florida. So this whole channel is to document the journey, the success and the losses and everything to help you grow your company to $1 million and beyond. And today we're doing a live video based off of why you wouldn't want to hire them anyway. Everyone's talking about why we can't get employees, how we can't get employees. I see it in every lawn care group. I see it when we're talking about it in GROW Comm. We're talking about it in everything. And there are true labor shortages right now. There are true challenges going on right now in business. But 99% of everything is the spin you put on it. So we'll get into this. Leave comments, ask questions, do whatever you want, because I'll get to those too. But the spin you put on this situation, right now, people are being incentivized to stay home because the pay for being laid off is higher than it would ever be. There is new things going on that are pumping that up with everything that's going on in the world today, and that's creating a challenge if you're hiring people that are starting wage or even up to $15, $16 an hour wage. That's creating some challenge in that area because you have to get to that breaking point of where it's not more effective to just sit at home. But so this is some of the things that are driving this, and I want to first hit on your mindset. You cannot have a victim mindset about this and just blame that and look at that like, oh my gosh, this is why I can't hire employees. It is, even though I'm saying this is an issue and I understand that, but you can't just say this is why I can't hire employees. I complain about it, talk to all your business friends about it, say I can't do it, we're not going to get the employees, I guess it is what it is, I have to pay them more than I should have to pay them, all these things. You can't continue that mindset. You have to break out of that. You can't, kind of looking at some of the notes I have right here for me, but you can't do that. You have to start looking at this situation, labor shortages and the things that are going on in the world, because there's always going to be bad times and there's always going to be good times. You're going to have to look at the bad and hard times in certain situations. And if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, if you want to become a successful leader, if you want to become successful and grow at anything, you're going to have to start looking at these situations and saying, this isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. It's helping me fortify the owner of a company or whatever it is that you're trying to get better at. These situations are happening to me to fortify me as a stronger and more robust version of myself to handle a bigger array of situations. And that, when you can unlock that in your head that it's happening to you, is huge. So that's really the first thing I wanted to say is you cannot take a victim mindset on this stance of what's going on with employees right now. Now, the biggest part, the title of this live video that I want you to remember is you wouldn't want to hire them anyway. And what do I mean by that? You wouldn't want to hire the people that would rather sit at home right now. You wouldn't want them anyway. This actually has helped you. Yes, there's less people to hire because some people think it's more effective to sit at home and get paid whatever it is the government's willing to pay you right now. But those are the people that really, they're not going to come to work to want to work anyway. If you're willing to take free assistance, and that means more to you than going out and bettering yourself and moving into the future, moving into creating a bigger life, that's not the type of employee you would want. So right now, people are incentivized to stay home instead of come work for you. That's probably good because it's only going to leave the best people around. Because the people that are doing that, they're not long-term focused. They're focused on right now. And in a business, creating careers and creating people making lots of money and having success is about long term. Nothing comes instantly. These are the same employees that expect to get paid more so they'll do more, even though the true relation of pay and what you do is you create value and in turn you get paid more. You don't say, hey, I'll work harder if you pay me more. That's not how it works. You'll never go anywhere that way. But that's the same thing that a person that's willing to sit at home right now is saying. They're saying that I'll take whatever's easiest. I'm taking that instant thing, but that's never going to create long-term success. So it is helped as a filter to your company. Yeah, you had 1 million people come sit down with you before and interview, and you were able to get all these people, but a lot of them were going to be bad employees. And it's hard to see whether someone's going to be driven or not, or they're going to take the easiest way out in the beginning. You end up hiring some that are awesome, some that are bad, filtering out the bad, keeping the awesome, coaching up the ones that are coachable, and moving out the ones that aren't. That's what happens. And this has been a filter on your interviewing process that you didn't have before. So that is another way to look at how this is working for you. So what you're going to produce right now in 2021, the economy we've got, the job shortage issues, all the issues we've got going on, what you're going to be able to create right now is some of the best employees you ever had. Because people that are willing to come work for you at this point, they're willing to come in, especially if they don't have knowledge and they're coming in at lower rates, getting worked up into the system and worked up into leadership and those things. You're going to create the people that truly have the mentality that I want to support myself. I want to be my own person. I will not rely on others. And that's the type of people you want. You don't want someone that's easily like, I want to rely on everybody else giving me free stuff and easy stuff that makes life easier for me. You want people that are like you. You created a business because you didn't want to rely on anyone else. You wanted to create. You're a creator for having a business. There are creators in businesses. There are entrepreneurs that can kick butt in businesses. But those are not the people that are looking for free handouts, that are willing to sit down in this time, that are going to have to turn around and explain, why do you have this big gap in employment? Why did you not work all through 2020, the 2-week shutdown we were supposed to have into whenever it went to? I don't know when the things are going to end for everybody, but why did you not work during this big period? Can you explain that to me? And for some, the reasons are correct because people are really concerned and worried. For others, it was because they saw an easier way out. And short, easy money is never long-term good for success. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to allow you to produce the best employees. But now I want to get into what you can do to help your company even more, because you're having to try harder to get people to interview. You're having to do more to get people to interview. You're having to stand out more to get people to interview and to attract the best people. So first, continue branding your company. Do not lose sight of branding your company and talking about what your company is, who your company's for, what your company's about, the mission of your company. No matter how much and how hard, how stressed, and how much you feel like you can't do it or you can't afford it, continue branding your company. The true story of your company and what you're out there to create is what's going to draw quality employees. The true mission that you want to create endless opportunity, that you want to build, what you're wanting to build so people can join this mission and that they can have their success too, is what's going to draw employees. A job where, hey, yeah, you can come, you can make $15 an hour and cut lawns or do whatever it is in whatever industry you're in. That's not going to be what draws people. It's going to be the purpose and the mission of the company and where they see and align themselves with that mission for the long-term future of themselves. Also, continue pushing your team's success. This is not a time to lay down and be like, man, it's hard, so we're just going to do what we can do to get by. This is a time to push even harder and continue pushing the success of your company. Upsell, sell more, build your company, do more revenue, become more profitable, sharpen all of the skills, because your success is going to draw more employees. Seeing a successful company seeing a company that's shining in a hard time, seeing a company that's still giving to others, that's still creating opportunity, that's still building, that's not willing to lay down when things get hard, will draw other people to you. It will bring people into your wheelhouse that you didn't see before. So these are things that you need to be doing that are going to help your company. Number 3, my third big strategy, crucial point that you have to be doing right now is you have to have now hiring. On anything, on everything, be anywhere. Be seen as a company that's expanding. Call the people that apply. Get a hold of them promptly. Make sure they know that we're moving forward, we are growing our company, and we are hiring. And be aggressive about this. Hand out business cards to other crews, other people you see. Like, this is business. I want good employees. So if someone's not happy where they're at and we can give them a better home, that's their own right to make that decision. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not going to go try to steal anybody, but I'm going to show people that there's opportunity. Give business cards to anyone you meet and tell them you're hiring. When you're at networking things, don't just be asking for more work. Be saying, another great referral for me is a great employee who's willing to grow in my company, in our company, in whatever company, and willing to build a future. Be all about hiring. You have to continue grinding on these things as hard as you can all the time to push the needle. It's just like sales. It's just like customer retention. It's just like marketing. You can't just say, hey, I put out a job ad, did it for a few weeks, tried a few different things, and it didn't work. You have to always be doing it. And luckily, going into this, we were already getting to the point where we were always hiring. We were always putting it on everything. Now there's QR codes on every truck with magnets that say we're hiring, now hiring. Look at the QR code. We're giving out cards to everybody we see because, yes, it's a challenge, but you have to find people. You have to grow your company. Success is your duty, and becoming better is your duty as a business owner. And let all the people who aren't going to be successful complain and whine about the challenges. You be the man, the woman, the whatever that says, yes, there are challenges, and here's how I'm dealing with them. And you're going to do it with a great attitude, because that's what the best do. When times get tough, the tough continue to push and make it happen. They don't lay down. They continue on. They grow their companies. They become successful at whatever they're going to become successful at, and they push. So this was an awesome live. I really liked being on here talking about this topic, because this is something that if I could motivate one person today to stop going with the thing of saying I can't get employees and start going with the thing of I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to get employees. I'm going to do that. That's how I'm going to be. That's what inspires me. That's what makes me happy. And that's what would make this 13 minutes and 10 seconds I spent worth everything in the world to me. So kick some butt. Tell me what you're doing with hiring in the comments. Tell me about your successes and your losses. But if you tell me about your losses and your failures, you better tell me a resolution you've got to make it better. See you soon. Everyone, have an amazing Sunday.